Welcome to the Phygital Marketing Podcast, a podcast from Sotto, where we explore how digital and physical experiences are blending in modern marketing. I'm your host, Lindsey Buxman, and I'll be sitting down with my favorite marketing leaders to chat about what they think is working, what's not, how real-world moments should connect to digital strategy, and everything in between. Okay, let's get Phygital. Today's guest is Adam Solomon, who is co-founder and CMO at Daps. So excited to have you here today, Adam. How about we start by you telling us more about Daps and what you're building?
Sure, let's do it. So I'm Adam. I'm 22 years old. I graduated college and made this my full-time job because I'm so passionate about what I invented. Essentially, Daps are energy mint strips that melt on your tongue for a quick boost of energy. Remember those little mints you used to have as a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, but with caffeine and B
Yeah.
vitamins. So it's as simple as just taking it, peeling it, and feeling it.
All right, we're going to do a Daps.
Let's do it. So you just peel it open right here.
Perfect.
Each strip is half a cup of coffee worth of caffeine, which is 45 milligrams. And we have a B vitamin complex, which is essential for energy and focus. You just pop on your tongue and let it melt.
Daps.
Cheers.
Do you say Daps or cheers?
Daps, cheers, whatever. Yeah, that'll get us right for this podcast right now.
I love it. Thanks for the Daps.
Of course.
What gave you the idea?
So we were in college. We were busy college students needing an easier way to energize. We had to balance school and social life. And we basically thought to ourselves, screw energy drinks, screw coffees. We don't want to go to the coffee shop to wait in the line, go to the gas station to get your energy fix. We wanted something that was in our pocket, ready whenever we were. We had fast-paced lifestyles, but none of these methods of caffeine delivery were suitable for our needs. We wanted to combine everything into one method that's always there for you whenever you need a boost of energy. Daps caters to both lifestyles, the people who are always on the grind, the 9 to 5, the social workers, everything, or the people who want to go out to party at night and have a good time. Anytime you need a boost, it's in your pocket, ready to go whenever you are.
I love the concept. I love Daps. I do far too many of them already. No, I don't, but I do add them to my coffee routine because I'm never going to give up coffee, but Daps is brilliant.
Well, let me ask you
It's
this.
so good.
Why do you like coffee?
I mean, I like it for all the things that now that I have Daps, I'm like, I don't know, coffee's a little inconvenient. I literally, the other day, I was getting in an Uber and I threw away my coffee and I was like, I'm just going to do a Daps strip instead. So
There you go. But coffee, I mean, it tastes good and it gives you energy, right?
It does, but so do Daps strips.
Exactly.
And I was like, there's too much risk of this spilling
Exactly.
on me in this Uber. It's hot. I threw it away and I was like, I've got Daps.
And I mean, coffee breath sucks.
It's the worst.
Daps are super breath freshening, so you get super fresh breath as well.
Yeah, you guys, I love the product. You're on to something big here. So that's very exciting. So you launched on April 10th, which is very exciting. Tell me more about how you built the brand and then how you took it to market as well.
Sure. So I got to take you back about 2 years. When we were at our senior year at UT Austin, my co-founder and I, we were, like I said, in college, needing an easier way to energize. So we set out on our first venture. Before Daps, we had Alto strips. Essentially what that was it was the same idea, a caffeinated breath strip, but none of it was customized the way we customized Daps. It was just a white labeled product from a manufacturer. We slapped our brand on it and sold it online. But I mean, it worked out. We sold out of our first PO completely naturally, organically through social media. And we got a lot of good feedback, but also negative feedback. Once we sold out, we were like, okay, we're graduating college. We have a proof of concept here. Let's reinvent our product from the ground up, fix all the negative feedback, and make a caffeinated breath strip that actually works, tastes great, dissolves quickly, and is actually adapted to these fast-paced lifestyles. That was our goal. That was our mission. Fast forward 2 years to today. In April 10th, we're about to launch Daps.
Yes. So I know you've been canvassing campuses. Are you focusing on kind of a college student strategy first, or how did you identify the segment that was going to be the right one to launch with, and then plan that launch campaign around it?
So, I mean, we are Gen Z, so we understand people our age. And one of our first primary goals is to really tackle the Gen Z college student market. That is our primary demographic right now. But I mean, Daps is suitable for everyone. It could go even beyond just the college level to, for example, busy moms who are early moms needing an easier way to energize. They're busy running around with their kids, or the 9 to 5 worker who's stuck at their office desk all day long. they don't have time to go to the bathroom, to go to the coffee shop, the convenience store. I mean, it's suitable for lots of different people, but Gen Z college students is our main core demographic.
So I know in addition to sampling on campuses, you've done quite a bit from social as well as just like wearing your glasses around and
Mhm.
taking content from that. Where do you source ideas and then how do you kind of execute upon those? And is it just anything that comes to mind, you go and see what hits, or are there like where are you learning these things?
I mean, with Alto, the previous company, we had the time to test what worked and what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things we saw was just making content that relates to TikTok, entertaining content that people actually want to watch, whether that means POV content filmed through my meta glasses or just simple trends online. I mean, it all worked very well for us. So we took what worked from Alto and applied that to Daps, but on a way bigger scale that actually reaches larger audiences.
How have you been able to like see that scale and see the um like that you're on kind of that scaled path here?
What do you mean by that? Just like how do we measure it?
Yeah, how are you measuring it? What are those metrics? What tells you that there is so much more scale there?
Because first of all, I mean, our whole goal with our pre-launch campaign was to maximize sample signups through Sotto,
Mhm.
and we actually did it pretty successfully. Achieved over 1,000 subscribers who are actually interested to buy Daps.
Yeah,
They're actually customers that I met personally on campus or people online who actually enjoy what we're building here and want to be part of our journey. So, I mean, you have a fan base of people who are ready to come along our journey.
yeah, it's so cool to have that fan base.
Yeah,
You
seriously.
literally you get responses from them. They tell you what flavors they like. They probably share even more product feedback,
They
and
do.
they've all met you, which is
Yeah.
so cool.
But we're trying to be really personal with them. We don't want to
Yeah.
be like another company who just emails you, oh, go buy this, go buy that. You want to be a cool company who you actually enjoy being part of the journey with. That's our
Mhm.
main goal.
I got a few texts lately of a scavenger hunt. Tell me more about that, the idea behind it. You were talking through how you like to have a relatable brand and one that just is fun and kind of doesn't spam. So tell me more about kind of your scavenger hunt and then other campaigns that maybe you have planned.
So sure. So we really wanted to be involved with our audience. One of the ways we wanted to do that leading up to launch was to launch something that was honestly super cool. It was a scavenger hunt that's done through SMS. Basically, what that means is we had 3 levels of hidden emoji codes in our social media posts. If the user finds the codes, they could text it back to unlock step 1, step 2, and step 3. If they reach the final level, they win free dApps and a lot of more discounts on our end whenever
That's
we launch.
insane.
Yeah.
I missed the final level because I forgot to reply. It was sad. Now I'm even more sad. But you did a really good job of like replying to those losers like me and still sharing a nice positive message. So great job on that
The
front.
people who were involved, I mean, we had to give back a little bit. We still gave them
Yeah.
discounts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. But it's really cool that you kind of encourage that daily and immediate response so that customers know that they can get cool things if they engage with you and like keep dApps high on their phone,
Exactly.
which is cool.
Exactly.
Very, very smart. Um, what brands do you admire or kind of look to for ideas and content as well?
As far as just brands that we admire, I
Mhm.
mean, this goes without saying, the number one functional caffeine supplement brand right now in the market is Neurogum. They're honestly like the top dogs of the space.
Yeah.
We look up to them every day. But in terms of just like other cool brands, I mean, there's so many on TikTok Shop that have just blown up to a massive scale. It's honestly insane. Whether it's just like a clothing brand or another supplement brand, I mean, honestly, like you just have to look at what works really well and sort of find your own way to not really copy them, but make what they do that's working work for you in your own way. I mean, but yeah, Neurogum is our biggest one
Nice.
by far.
I mean, yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
Way less convenient though, in my opinion.
I'd rather put a strip on my tongue that melts rather than chewing your caffeine to get your
Yeah. Yeah.
fix. I mean, lots of differences there.
Definitely. Definitely. What made you want to go into entrepreneurship, but focus on the brand building and the marketing side. Like, how were you encouraged in
Sure.
deciding to do that?
From a very young age, when I was like 13 years old, I started my entrepreneurship journey. I started by selling fidget spinners when that was a big craze to
Yeah.
my fellow middle schoolers. I started with that. That led into a pet supply brand that I started on Amazon. So I sort of had my previous knowledge from selling on Amazon from my pet supply brand. After that, I started Prolific Electronics, which is a consumer goods and consumer electronic brand selling on Amazon. So again, I really learned Amazon from that.
Yeah.
But then with Alto, I mean, I was just sort of the creative mind behind these viral videos we had. We amassed over 22 million views, and our whole entire inventory sold out just by me creating creative posts on TikTok. So once we figured out that like I have this like sort of weird mind for going viral on TikTok,
Mhm.
we decided it would be best for me to become our CMO, my partner Matthew to become our CEO. He handles operations, logistics, all that. I handle marketing and actually selling the product.
Yeah.
So it sort of just worked out. I mean, it's what we both love to do. We both have businesses and we both have backgrounds in business, and we sort of broke it down into what we do best. I
Mhm.
just love selling products that I make and inventing new things. It's my passion.
You found your passion super early. You founded multiple companies, and literally graduated just a few years ago. What advice would you have for others who are coming up, going through school right now, and just thinking that maybe the traditional path isn't for them?
Sure. One of the quotes I live by is to hustle in silence and let your success make the noise. Let me explain what that means, of course.
Yeah.
Basically, from a super young age, I was always like that quiet kid who had his own little friend group, but like was never in the main crowd, the main scene. I was always building behind the scenes. I always knew that this is something that I would want to do just because I had this passion from such a young age. I mean, the biggest piece of advice I could give you is you probably heard this a bunch of times, but to never give up and honestly stay true to what your passion is. Whether your passion is something that may not be monetizable, I would say personally, forget about the money in the beginning. Follow your passion, the money will follow. Once you get to the point where you're scaling what your passion is and it's growing, you'll be able to monetize it. The biggest aspect I would take away from it is that a dream is worth nothing if you leave it on the pillow. You have to start somewhere, whether it means starting small or starting large. You got to start and you got to stay consistent with it. You can't just expect results after day one or the first week or even the first year. I mean, it's something that you truly have to be dedicated to and you have to be hungry to succeed.
Yeah, I love this dream is worth nothing if left on the pillow. Did you come up with that or hear that?
I believe it was a quote by Elon Musk.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing, exceptional. No, it's so noticeable how much work you've put into Daps because you've built it for what, 2.5 years before even launching it.
exactly.
And you were so thoughtful about how to even build a list of fans before launching too. So
Mhm.
very much speak or do what you speak here, which is really cool as well.
I mean, yeah, we've gone through a lot of struggles getting to where we are today,
Yeah.
whether it's on the manufacturing side or just on the marketing side. Every single day, a new problem arises. I come to the office. I thought, oh, today's going to be a nice day, chill. We're going to just cruise by today. But that's completely wrong. I mean, every single day is like a tornado. There's just problems thrown your way, but you got to stay consistent. You got to pick your battles one by one, accomplish your task, and then move on to the next one. It's as simple as that. Every day is a new chapter.
I love that. Any struggles that have felt comical now, looking back on the last 2 years?
I mean, one of the biggest ones we had was figuring out our team. When we
Okay.
transitioned between Alto to Daps, one of our partners actually stepped down to part-time. So we had to figure out what his role would be in the company. It took us some time to figure it out, but we figured it out. We have me as the CMO, Matthew as our CEO, and then Oliver, who's our CFO.
That's
He
great.
stepped down to get a full-time job in New York as a finance dude, doing his financial reports for a bigger company.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has a super knowledgeable history with finance.
Mhm.
So we found his role. It made sense for us, and he's able to do that at a more part-time level for the company. But that was honestly a big struggle for us to just figure out how to officially transition from alto to Daps,
Hmm.
as Daps became my full-time job as well as Matthew's full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always kind of the personal elements that seem to be the hardest.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're also friends from our childhood, so definitely not letting business get in the way of our friendship was a big thing we had to figure out as well. But we figured it out, so it worked out.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Do you feel like so you spoke a little bit as when you were growing up, you weren't kind of in that in crowd. Do you feel like you've now found the hustlers as well? Or are you still in the phase of like, you want to just keep hustling and kind of do your own thing for now?
I mean, LA is definitely like a hustling and bustling city. There's
Yeah.
always events, orgs, just parties going on that I've been pretty active at just to market Dabs.
Smart.
But I don't know, I've sort of like grown out of that comfort zone a little bit, put myself in those uncomfortable positions to just grow and grow the company.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Um, Would love to get your thoughts on how brands can relate to and connect with younger generations, specifically your generation, Gen Z, Gen Alpha as well. What have you seen that works? What advice would you give to marketers and to brands that maybe are more established and are just starting to figure out how do we really crack into the conversation and build the right relationships with those people?
for sure. I mean, my honest personal opinion is that social media is huge, especially TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean, it all comes down to being able to create unique content that resonates with your target audience, whether that's something that's like super simple or something super unique that no one else has done. On top of that, I mean, this goes without saying, following trends is huge. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to sort of just figuring out what works for your brand and how to apply that to social media in a cool way that is easy to understand, quick. You have to have a very quick hook. It's one of the
Yeah.
biggest things. The average retention time on a TikTok is literally like 1.5 seconds. It's crazy. People just go scroll, 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 scroll. If
Yeah.
you don't stop the viewer's attention in the first 1 second, the rest of your video could be amazing. But if the first second wasn't good, no one will watch the rest of the video. That's honestly a very hard part that honestly I'm even trying to master myself.
Yeah.
But once you figure out your hooks, you learn what's trending, what works for your brand, I'm sure you'll be able to tap into your target audience super well.
I love that.
Yeah.
You've been piloting our Phygital Cookie, and using it on college campuses and random sampling events that you're going to.
Mhm.
And previously, we're using QR codes. So, would love to have you just chat through what it's been like to use the cookie, what response has been like, and do you prefer it over QR codes as well?
The Phygital Cookie honestly changed the way we sample. It maximized the amount of phone number signups we could get every single event we do. With the QR codes, I mean, it would never work. People were like, oh, I'll just scan it. They were lying. Or like there was a glare from the plastic sheet that was covering the QR code. It was just a mess. It would fly off the table when the wind hit.
Oh, no.
Huge mess. But the beauty about the Phygital Cookie is that it's literally just a little brick that sits right there. We can tell you all you have to do, just tap your phone right there, send a text message, and that's all you have to do. So if you look at what Daps is, I mean, it's one of the most frictionless ways to energize. So we obviously needed a frictionless way to stay in touch with our audience. The Phygital Cookie honestly changed the game. It's just a little brick that sits right there at our table. And whenever we're interacting with these students on campuses or these people at these events, we just tell them, I mean, do you want to follow along our journey? Check out what we're doing in the future and unlock exclusive discounts. They're always down because they just love what we're building here. And I'm having such a personal conversation with these people that they're invested in what I'm building here. Whenever I tell them to tap the cookie, they're more than willing to do it. Just because one, I mean, how easy it is to do. And two, I mean, it's just such a great way to stay in touch with your audience.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm happy it's working so well and that you guys enjoy using
yeah, definitely.
it. What are you doing from an influencer and a TikTok shop perspective?
Sure. So as far as a influencer perspective, we're onboarding our macro influencer. His name is Ko Martin. He's a young adult. He lives in New York City, and his page is all about just having fun in New York and being that good energy that brings like the positive mood to his whole friend group. when we got in contact with him, we realized this is one of the best people ever to represent our brand just because of how good of energy this young adult has. So we had to work with him. That's that. On TikTok Shop, we're onboarding over 1,000 affiliates who will be posting shoppable videos onto the platform every single day for the next 3 months. And then behind that, we put ad spend behind each person's shoppable video to drive them more views, sales, and followers.
I can't wait to hear the results of that. But that sounds like a really well executed campaign already.
Definitely.
Okay, Adam, we've made it to the speed round.
We're here.
We're here. So I'm just going to give you rapid fire questions,
Okay.
whatever comes to mind, and then you're going to answer them
Okay.
as quickly as you can.
Got it.
We don't accept long answers
Let's
here.
do it.
Okay, cool. So favorite brand?
Neurogo.
What's the last store that you walked out of because of a bad experience?
Honestly, I don't think I have one.
No, you've never walked out of a store because of bad
I don't
experience.
know.
That's really interesting. Do you have a favorite retail store experience? Or it could also be like a trip to Disneyland, like a favorite experience of
I think
spending.
Aeron is super cool. They have
Yeah.
the coolest, fastest growing brands. That's all visually appealing. Definitely Aeron.
Okay. Are you a cereal person for breakfast or more of like a full breakfast spread type person?
None. I skip
Oh, you
breakfast.
skip
I
breakfast.
skip the most important meal of the day.
So you literally only have a Daps strip, maybe a cup of water.
No, I sleep in the office. So like whatever is downstairs in the cafe, like a little banana and some water, and that's it.
Huh, nice.
Yeah. I don't have a kitchen
How long are you sleeping in the office for?
until our company hits $1 million in revenue. Yeah.
Nice. What's been the hardest part of sleeping in the office?
I mean, you could see there's like a little blow up mattress there in the middle of the night. The bed just deflates. The pillow sucks. But I'm sure we can invest in a better bed for me soon.
Is Matt going to sleep in the office as well?
It's just me right now.
Oh, it's just you.
Just me.
I mean, he might at some point.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully you hit $1 million in revenue before that.
Soon. Hopefully. We will.
Who do you follow on TikTok?
Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
Okay.
They're one of my two like role models as far as social media content creation. They're like one of the OG founders of the whole space. Yeah.
Cool. Do you feel like you have any millennial in you?
I would say so, definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
kind
what
of
are
in
those
like that little
traits?
bit of like the age gap right in between.
Yeah.
So I would say so.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What about Gen Alpha?
I don't think so.
Do you relate to them?
No.
It's interesting. I feel like people always relate up a little bit, but not down. But maybe that's just my own.
I just hang around older people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
If you couldn't live in LA, where would you live?
Texas, Austin.
Austin, Texas.
Mhm.
Wow. I mean, that's a creative hub.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see you there. That'd be cool.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. LA's great too. If you could star in a movie, present or being worked on, what would you star in?
The Dictator by Sacha Baron Cohen. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Okay. Favorite song
Mm,
from the 80s, if you know an 80s song.
California Dreamin'. Is that the 80s?
I have no
I
idea.
think it is. It's around there. It's definitely an old one.
I love
Yeah.
that.
And thanks for listening to the Phygital Marketing Podcast. If you liked what you heard, follow the show and send it to your favorite marketer. If you want to learn more about Sotto or get in touch, visit withsotto.com. See you later, alligator.